Alright, stream looks fine for right now. Nothing has fallen apart yet. So that's good. But I still have to do this for a good while. Thankfully I am more than like halfway to 99, but it's still a long way to go. What sucks is that I have to do this again for Terra and Aqua. How far am I? Okay, I was like 25,000 a few tries ago. I think it was like 3? I didn't actually keep track. But I know that like flying is faster in order to get out of the room, but I get one experience for every time I take a step, so might as well take like the few amount of steps that is there. Gucci gang. What's up, Sky Knight? But as you can see right now, I'm doing leveling for Ventus, and unfortunately this is the fastest way of leveling up. It's fast, but my goodness, is it boring. And I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, but I have to do this again for Terra and Aqua. Because I think this gives you... I need to check because I just had like 11,000, so I'll check what it is after I kill all these. Okay, so it's like about 2,000 every single time. I think it's like it's a little bit over 170. Did you mean to say farming easy? Or because you said farming essay? But yeah, doing this is easy, but again, it's boring. And there's not really like, there's anything to help, like, cover the fact that I'm leveling. Because, like, in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, like, I could, well, more in 2 than 1, but in 2 and 1, I always at least had something else to do that could, like, block out the fact that I was leveling while I was doing it. But I have pretty much all the commands now, so I don't have to worry about that. The Mirage Arena, I don't have much of that left to do, but the only thing is, those are really just bosses, so I can't even level up from those. S.A. the Mexican said. Oh. But yeah, there's not much else that I can do. I've gotten all the ice cream already. I've gotten most of the commands. I do need to get the Pete D link, but that's in the command board, and you can't level up from that either. And like I said before, Mirage Arena stuff, I'm so close, but it's all bosses, and I can't level up from bosses. And I also did all the unversed missions already. Like, that was one of the first things I did. But to be honest, when it comes to the inverse missions, I don't know if you can level up from those either. Because technically you don't really kill any of them, so yeah, you don't really get much experience from doing those either. Congrats for hitting 300 subs while only getting 10 to 30 views. I mean, it's not that bad. And not everyone has the time to watch a Let's Play, especially since like most of my videos are like 30 minutes. But how many times do I have to do this if I get like 170? 170 per attempt. Goodness, and I have like 24 left. I'm trying to do really quick math and it's not working. Basically a bunch of times. I still have to get to level 99. And I'm at level 59 right now? I need to check. 59, okay. If only you get 1K for clickbait, I guess. Yeah, I don't really like clickbait videos with a red circle and a red arrow. Yeah, I don't really like clickbait videos at all. As do a good number of other people. Because it's basically just false advertisement. Well, sometimes it's false advertisement. Well, actually, no, clickbait... it's a really wonky topic because it can be false advertising, but other times, like, it's just really dumb. And then it also might be because of trying to, like, tag videos and junk like that, but Avatar Yaya said that he would teach me, like, tagging for videos, but he hasn't done that yet. That was for, like, the finale of, well, he put that in a comment for the finale of Super Mario Odyssey, but he just has not done that yet, even though I responded. I might try and do it over Twitter, I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think we follow each other on Twitter. That's an issue, though. I know I don't have him on Discord. But, like, me and, Yaya don't really know each other that well. So, in order for me to take advice from him, I need to get more connected to him. I forget. I think he's subbed to me, though. So, that's one thing. I love how I've gotten to the point to where, like, so many items in my inventory I can't even, like, get anymore because I'm fully stocked on them. I don't think that's ever, like, happened to me before. The good news is I have a bunch of stuff to sell. That way I can... Well, actually, I don't have too much of a use for those. For, like, the extra money right now. And I'm still getting money as I'm doing this, too. How much money do I have, speaking of which? 68,000. Okay. That's a lot. But a bright side is that I'll have a lot of money for spending on, like, commands and stuff. But like I said, I don't really have much need to buy any more commands. But we'll probably see how that works out. The secret bosses are, like, really difficult, especially one I'm probably going to save for last, which is the mysterious figure. Oh, come on. I thought that angle would have been fine. Where do you get the Frozen Cavern name? It just sounded cool. That's basically a lot of my YouTube stuff. It just sounded cool. That, and I also like ice powers. So I guess that's like one thing. That's not just it sounding cool. But yeah, there's no like major reason for that other than I like ice powers, and that sounds cool. Because like that's pretty much somewhat similar to like my intro and my outro. Like I just did it one day, it stuck, and it's been with me ever since. Hey, Babvo, that's how it is. Fire. My goodness, we're almost at like the 30,000 experience mark. That might just be the next level, I'm not sure. But my goodness, we still have 39 levels left. Then we'll be good for trying to do whatever else is in the Mirage Arena. But like, I'll probably try and get the Pete D-Link and what is it? This live stream, maybe. Because I do still have if I can find it, there we go. I still have, well, 2 of them are for the Pete D-Links. I have a good number of shot locks I need to get. I think one of them I have to buy from the Mirage Arena. I need to check again. I don't know how to get Focus Block. I need to find that out. And then one more friendship thing from the Mirage Arena. And then I'll be good in terms of the command collection. How's my Thanksgiving break so far? Well, technically my break hasn't started. It starts next week. I want to say Wednesday technically, but it's really only Wednesday because I get out of school earlier, and then Thursday and Friday I'm off. But technically it hasn't started yet. What's Mexican's favorite sport? My goodness, traveling. But I guess to answer the question of how's my day going, it's going good. You have a week full of break? Hey, RT Luigi, by the way. So I guess you guys just have a week of break. Never knew that's how that worked. But then again, I don't know anything outside of my state. So I barely know anything about what happens inside of my state. Thanks, RT Luigi. So I'm assuming a lot of people actually saw the, what was it, 300 sub video, which is good. Because I needed people to see that video. Did you hear about the rumor of the release date of Kingdom Hearts 3, November 2018? Yeah, I did hear about that. But at the same time, like, that could just be a placeholder date, because placeholder dates in Kingdom Hearts 3 has been rather infamous, because, I don't know why, but a lot of people, like, whenever, like, just in games in general, I guess, people think that December 31st is, like, an actual release date for games. Now, for all I know, it could actually be a thing, but when was the last time you ever heard of a game that released on the last day of the year? Like, no one's going to go out on the last day of the year, to be honest. They're not going to go outside during the last day of the year. They're more than likely going to stay home or go to, like, a friend's house and celebrate New Year's. Like, at best, that's really all they're going to do. But yeah, just from the beginning, the December 31st placeholder date is dumb. Well, I understand why. Well, no. The wording I made for that was weird. Like, from a company's standpoint, like, having it makes sense because it's basically to be determined. But at the same time, they probably could just be using to be determined. But in terms of fans, like, thinking that's an actual release date, no. Can't stay for very long. The fact that you showed up at all matters in like the utmost importance. And thanks for the congratulations, Namekian Gaming. You just hit 600? Didn't you only hit 500 like, what was it, a month ago or something like that? Oh, September, okay. It's wild. I can imagine. I need to get my subs up, man. Like, throughout, like, the past week, I've been losing subs recently. And haven't been able to... I don't even know if it's that I've been losing them and gaining them at the same time, but it's odd. Hopefully you can get 400 by the end of the year. Now, in my, like, 300 subscriber announcement video, not the one about how I do commentary, that was a special, but, like, the announcement video that I hit 300 subs, I was expecting, like, 350 by the end of the year. That might be undermining myself, but considering how YouTube works, that could easily be the case. Hitting 400 would be extremely hyped if I managed to hit that before the end of the year. But that would mean December would have to be, like, the ultimate subscriber grind. And I have a feeling that's not going to happen. I forget, is December a good year? Not year. Is December a good month for YouTube? I forget. I feel like it is. I think January is actually a really bad month. You're almost close to 100? Congrats, man. Well, actually, I think December is a good month because a lot of people are going to be off and some of them are going to be home or whatever to watch videos. So that'll be good. Ah, dang. Okay, whatever. Christmas is December. Wait, a lot of people get new stuff. That is true. For me, I'm probably just gonna get new games, as usual. If I could get, like, recording equipment so that I could record off of my Wii so I could play GameCube games, that would be pretty cool. But I didn't really ask for that yet. And if I don't get it, it's not like it matters too much anyways. I do still have other stuff planned. What do you call a Mexican with a rubber toe? I did that. Okay, no, I didn't do that too early. Roberto. I need a switch and an Elgato. Sorry for making Mexican jokes. Yeah, you can probably stop now. But RT Luigi, I hope you are able to get those things, man. But all I want to say is that the Switch is definitely worth it. There's a lot of good games on the Switch right now, and plenty more coming in 2018. Because Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey are contenders for Game of the Year. So having two major Switch games being contender for Game of the Year, especially with Breath of the Wild releasing like in March, and it's still having a major impact, like that's really good. To be honest, Breath of the Wild like made such a good impact on the Switch, like from the very beginning, and that's something that you really need for a good console launch. Having like a really good game at the beginning. And to be honest, that's one of the reasons why Breath of the Wild is my Game of the Year. That and I haven't, well, no, Odyssey was one, and I have played that game, but like the other ones I haven't really played, because I know, what was the other game? Horizon Zero Dawn was also a contender, but I haven't played that. Persona 5 is also one, again, haven't played that. I am wanting to get it for Christmas though. And there was one more game, I don't remember what it was. Oh, what do you rate Forces? I was about to say, why do you... Oh, I thought you were saying, why do you rate Forces? I'm like, wait, what? But, what do you rate Forces? No lower than 6, no higher than 7.5. And the thing is, like, I saw a good amount of potential with the game. And, like, even now, I still see some things that they could have done better. But, at the same time, it's like, And also, they completely ruined Classic Sonic in that game. He had the worst levels in the game. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Of course, a house can't jump at all. But yeah, during my Let's Play for Forces, I saw like some good things, but for every good thing, it was counteracted by a bad thing. But I don't... What were the people that gave Forces like a 5 out of 10? And they also said the game was too hard. That's actually not even the case. Sometimes it's just cheap. Classic was definitely the weakest part, yeah. They put an auto-scroller in a Sonic game. Like, come on now. Like, first things off, I hate auto-scrollers to begin with, because they pretty much just completely take all momentum that you can create and put it towards the game. But to do that for a Sonic game, which is basically about having fast speed, and to purposely slow it down so that that speed is taken away and is of no control to you, no, that's dumb. I don't know who allowed that. It would have to be all three of the level designers. I don't know why they allowed that. Yeah, Forces was easy, except for the cheapness that was Imperial Tower. I don't think Imperial Tower was cheap, but there were definitely times in the game where it was cheap. Especially like the last Infinite boss, because if you didn't beat that boss in a certain amount of time, you would just die. And there was no indication of when you actually would die. And I shouldn't have done that Mega Flare twice. I'm gonna have to wait a long time now. When people say it's too hard, it's because it's BS because you can die and still get S ranks. Yeah, you can. And the game holds your hand a lot, especially if you can get those daily mission bonuses. Like, I made that a point in my Let's Play too, that getting mission bonuses helped getting S ranks a lot. Like, I could die like 3 times in the level and still get an S rank because of daily missions. Tonight I dreamt of a beautiful walk on a sandy beach. At least, that explains the footprints I found in the cat litter box this morning. Hey Tanuki Deku. I beat the final infinite battle in one go. That's strange. Well, I'm just bad at the game. That's why. You actually gotta go now? See you. Hope you had fun while you were here. Nah, I didn't mean to hit him that many times. But yeah, realistically, Sonic Forces is easy, but it's also cheap. And there's also times where you could just die because of either how the level's designed or the physics. Because Aqua Road, you can accidentally slide out of the, what is it? You can slide out of, like, the water slide and it won't even be your fault. The final Infinite boss was just a copy of the Metal Sonic boss. Yeah, it pretty much was. I didn't even really make note of that in my Let's Play though. Mainly because I didn't notice. But yeah, it pretty much is just a carbon copy. Which is also really bad. Also, can I just point out that Infinite's really dumb? Because he lets characters live like 4 separate times. Like, it's different if it's just one time, but when you do it like 4 times, I can't take you seriously at that point. Because he let the custom character live twice. Like, once when he first met him, and like the other of the Resistance where he just killed them off. Which, I mean, that's just boosts his own ego. He let Modern Sonic live once after his first encounter after the 6 months. He let Classic Sonic and Tails live after clearly hearing them one time, but not actually taking any form of advantage on that. And he let the custom character live again after the second boss fight with him. So yeah, I can't take you seriously if you're just going to let us live that many times. I don't care how confident you are in your plan. Like, they are literally the only things that are able to stop you. Why not just kill them off? Because he clearly had the power to do that. What time do Chinese people go to the dentist? Tooth hurts? You mean 2:30? But, whatever. And also, I kind of didn't like how the characters were used in the game as well. Like, Sega using more characters was like something that a lot of people wanted. But at the same time, when it was implemented, it was done rather poorly in my opinion. Because basically all they really did was take all the characters and put them over the radio. So basically the final boss in Sonic Generations, but the entire game through. Like, I wanted to actually see them doing stuff. Like, it's technically implied through the radio conversations and junk, but at the same time, I want to see, like, actual cutscenes of them doing stuff. Because, honestly, I think Omega's only in, like, 3 cutscenes, and one of them he's not even active in. But, you know, they just let us live because of plot structure and development. Yeah, I know, it makes sense that he's supposed to let us live because there has to be like a good ending to the story somehow. But come on, you don't let us live 4 times. It's different if we like escape, but he let us live 4 separate times. Like, it'd be different if we escaped, but we didn't. Every single time we didn't. He just let us live. And also, I kind of like, but also kind of hate Infinite's power, because it's basically based off of illusions and junk like that, but it only works if it actually hits you first. Well, in terms of the bosses anyways. And I just find that to be because if you can't hit anything, then that's really bad. Because then your power is practically useless because you can't aim it. And also, I'd like to point out that, like, near the end of the game, and I'm assuming you guys have played Forces, since we're talking about it this much at this point, but, like, at the end of the game when he summons the sun, with the sun being that close, everyone should kind of just be melting alive. Like, there's no reason for them to even be alive, with the sun being that close to them. You always thought your neighbors were quite nice people, but then they put a password on their Wi-Fi. But yeah, there was so many things that I saw that were good about Sonic Forces, but so many bad things as well. And also with the custom character weapon, like the only one that I really liked using was Burst. Asteroid was a close second, but Burst was like the easiest to use and abuse throughout the entire game. And then everything else, it just worked way too slow for me. And then Drill was like extremely wonky because you have to like mash the R2 button. Matter of fact, if the sun was that close, then the volcano that they were on would have erupted and the world would have burned. Oh, come on. I wanted to use my thing. There we go. But yeah, realistically, the sun being that close to you pretty much would instantly kill you. But honestly, in terms of characters, if they ever start using more characters again, like they did in Forces, I want them to use them more than how it actually was. And what's worse is that they made it seem that only Sonic and Silver could fight, because there's not really any other times where any other character fights, aside from like, oh my goodness. Okay, I'll get to what I was just about to talk about in a bit, but they made Tails a complete wimp, which completely destroys any character development that he made in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. So, Tails is probably the worst example out of all of them. I mean, Knuckles is fine, but again, it's not like he really does that much, aside from talk over the radio. Which is one thing I really don't like, because if you can, like, take one character from a scene and then replace it with another character, basically saying the same lines and nothing will change, then, no, that's not all that great. Going to attempt the Mexican joke, hope is a good one. But yeah, I just really don't like how they use characters. And also, one thing, bosses. Because Chaos and Shadow from Infinite side are just killed off in cutscenes. You don't ever fight them. Which is like really disappointing because everyone was super hyped to see Chaos in like actual water form. He didn't look like goop. But no, as soon as Classic Sonic shows up, he just dies. Like 3 seconds within Classic Sonic showing up, Chaos is just knocked out and died. I mean, sure, fighting... And like, you got to fight Zavik, which I'm pretty sure everyone likes the least out of all 4 of the people that were there. And then you got to fight Metal Sonic. Like, not fighting Shadow is somewhat okay, because you had the actual Shadow to show up, which covers the fact that it was a fake. Well, no, covers the fact that you didn't fight him, but not really. But not being able to fight Chaos, no. That was, no. Chaos didn't do anything and Shadow didn't do anything. To be honest, they didn't. They really didn't. It's just really dumb. Like I said, potential, I see it in the game, but it's wasted. And that's one thing I really hate to see in gaming. This wasted potential. Because you're just going to bring back major villains in the game, but 2 of them aren't going to do anything. Except just get killed off in cutscenes. Hey, RT Luigi subscribed to you, Bavo? Nice. And then also, levels and the game in general was just way too short. Ow, I just hit my elbow. But, yeah, the game and the levels in general are just way too short. 2 minutes is not enough time to actually enjoy a level. Because 2 minutes is basically, you start to enjoy the level, and then the fun is cut off. That's basically what 2 minutes, well, 2-minute levels are for. They're there for like 2 minutes, and then they just cut off your fun. Yeah, my elbow's okay. It was like a light tap. Do not be racist, be like Mario. Yeah, I've seen that before. There were some full 3D stages, but all of them were extremely short. Like, pretty much the entire game was really short. Like, for any of you who know Sword Alum 1, I'm not sure how many of you that actually is, but he managed to beat the game at around the same time of Kingdom Hearts 0.2, which is about a 4-hour tech demo. That's not good. And like, for my Let's Play, I beat it in 1 episode over, what was it, 0.2, and 1 episode under Mania. I don't know how that managed to happen. Especially with Mania being $20, but Forces being, what was it, 40. And honestly, that price is kind of what saves Forces from being any lower. If it wasn't $40 and instead actually like a full price 60, it would be really bad. Especially if Mania didn't exist. Mania pretty much saved Sonic this year. But Sega always has this like tendency of like a mediocre Sonic game and then like a really good one at some point. So I guess Mania technically counts as that really good game, but hopefully it's not the last one for like the next 2 years or something like that. $40 is a reasonable price for what we got. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, I just feel like there's so much potential that was there, but because it was also $40, it just wasn't there. But like, realistically, if Mania and Forces were completely separate entities, as in they were not tied to each other, like, Forces probably would have been better, because Classic Sonic was only... I'm pretty sure Classic Sonic was only put in there because of the reception it got from Generations, and how Generations was, like, really good. So they just thought, oh, if that's the case, then we'll put Classic Sonic in this, and then they completely destroyed it. And it's also, like, actually worse that Mania came out at the same time. Well, not at the same time. The same year as Forces. Because you have a direct comparison for Classic Sonic level. And then, well, like, when you compare Mania to Forces Classic Sonic, then you realize just how bad Force's classic Sonic is. So all in all, Mania is just working in Force's favor. The physics in the game were so bad? Yeah, they were. Especially for, like classic Sonic, especially with like the Casino Forest. I hated the Casino Forest. Not as much as like other people though. Some people found it a lot worse, but that's mainly because I didn't have like problems with like running along walls and junk like that. But again, I said that like you could easily get killed through like the physics of the game in like Aqua Road, because it's not exactly easy to control yourself while you're going down the slide. So you could easily just slip off and end up dying, and it wouldn't even really be all your fault. And also, there's like one little area, I forget where it is, but there's like one area where the springs don't go all around like one particular cliff. So if you're like too far on the sides, you'll actually just fall off and die, and you wouldn't know that. Because the Sonic games usually have springs everywhere, that way you won't fall off like that. But for whatever reason, that one area just didn't. You fell off Aqua Road and didn't do anything? That's exactly what I mean. You can easily just fall off and die, and it wouldn't even be your fault. Also, there being no drift. To be honest, for me, I didn't find not having a drift to be that bad. But then again, I haven't played like Unleashed in Generations in forever, and I probably won't be able to, because I did end up selling Unleashed, because goodness, trying to play that on my PS3 now is terrible, because there are just times where like the game will like freeze for a second. But I think I sold Generations on PS3 as well, and that's mainly because like saving times. But I can get it on PC, so that's good. Although, with the issue of PC is that Sonic Generations crashes like 10 times more. Like, it's not exactly that good of a port. How do you blindfold a Chinese person? Oh, no. Not having a drift never bothered me. Yeah, it didn't bother me either. But then again, I didn't really ever like use drift in like a good way either in the other games, to be honest. And out of like all the complaints, I've never really, well, actually aside from like Jane2602, I never really heard that many of like complaints about drift not being a thing in Forces. Can't stay very long, gotta go to sleep. Alright, hope you have fun, man. And I shouldn't have used Mega Flare again. Alright, let me check my level 64. Okay. You do wish the trick system was back? Yeah, I kind of wish that was back too. That was pretty fun. And it also allowed you to get boosts like really easy. But again, the levels aren't long enough for you to have the trick system. Unleash had the best drift? I mean, again, I haven't played them in forever, so I can't really put any form of like actual input on that. But all I know is that Unleash is definitely the fastest 3D Sonic. It's definitely the fastest. There were some parts when you will just boost off the stage because of sharp turns. I don't think I ever really had that. That was probably just me being bad at the game, if that was the case, but I never really saw that many sharp turns ever. You give Forces an 8 out of 10? The highest I can give it is a 7.5. That's the highest I can give it. But like the lowest I'll give it is a 6. And like the strange thing is that to me, I enjoyed Forces more after like playing the game, because I didn't really have to worry about like, well, it was mainly because like completion stuff, because getting completion stuff for the game is like pretty easy actually. And I don't think there's any trophies on getting S ranks in the game, which is odd. That or you have to get like S ranks on all the levels, which is fine. But usually you would get like a trophy for getting an S rank on like the first level, but it just never showed up, so. But I already got all the episode shadow, what is it, trophies. I just have to get the rest of the Forces trophies now. Did you see the dark blue Joy-Con? Yeah, I saw something about that on Twitter, I believe. It's interesting, but I'm probably not going to worry too much about it. I don't really have a need for any more controllers than I already have. It's mainly because me and my brother share the Switch anyway, so it's not like it matters too much, but... you got all the S ranks and you're still getting the collectibles? For me, it's definitely just like really scattered, like about. Because I have S ranks on a good number of levels. I have like all the red rings and all moons and like sun levels. It's just really odd how I'm doing this. To be honest, I'll probably do like the classic Sonic levels last. But it's definitely just really odd how I'm doing it. By the way, since you got all the S ranks, actually, were you playing on the Switch version? Because there's no achievements. If it was on the Switch. Wait, no, I forgot. You don't have a Switch. Never mind. Like, is there a trophy for getting all S ranks? And, like, I need to get PlayStation Plus because, like, there's something that's technically being rewarded for, like, trophy hunters now, so that you can turn your trophies into actual money you can use. Which is really good, because I'm at, like, rank 8 on this profile, so I can definitely turn that into some actual games. And could possibly Let's Play those games. But who knows. Speaking of which, I have, like, 2 games on here that I need to do Let's Plays for. Because they're digital games, and I kind of want to get my money's worth out of them, because I can't sell those. Oh, you only got them on the main level? Wait. Oh, you mean the main levels and not bosses? I'm assuming that's what you mean. So you still don't know. But I could probably just look it up, but it's fine. There's a lot of, like, hidden trophies in the game. And I think the hidden trophies are really just more based towards, what was it? Like, hold on, I can look right now. Like, not that. They're based a lot more on, like, getting, like, the numbers of the moon and junk like that. But, speaking of the trophies, I have, like, 78% of the trophies in Birth by Sleep. Problem is, they're still gonna take forever, because a good number of this stuff is, like, for, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua to do, like, combined. What's one thing I need to do in here? I need to get all of Aqua's and Terra's commands. I need to get the Pete D-Link and use that 10 times. And then I also have to complete the reports, basically doing everything 3 times. It's gonna be fun, quote unquote. And then these are just bosses. Or at least I'm pretty sure they are. Because Mysterious Figure would be one. I think one of the bosses in the Mirage Arena would be another. There might be another one in there as well. But yeah, it's not that many trophies, but it's still a good while before I can actually get them. Oh, you mean the secret missions and the extra stages. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really done anything for those. And by the way, I just want to say Sonic is, like, not the best in terms of, like, PC. Because Sonic Mania and Forces were both, like, delayed on PC. Which is just really odd. That only the PC versions were delayed. I mean, it's good that way that they're actually good, like, when they first launch. Because, they're, like, for games, you only get, one launch. You only get one launch, so it has to be good. But at the same time, both the new Sonic games were both delayed because, well, for the PC versions, they were both delayed. Just PC ports in general aren't always that great. Does Sega have experience with PC? I know Generations was in it, and SA1 and 2. Sonic 1, I'm pretty sure, is in there. Sonic CD, I know that's there. Is there any other games? I forget. Well, Mania and Forces, obviously. Trying to think. I feel like there's more, but there probably isn't. Unleashed should honestly be on PC. Like, I'm surprised it isn't on there yet. I know Colors won't because it's a Wii game. I know Lost World isn't because, again, that's a Nintendo game. And to be... Wait, no. Lost World is on PC. I was talking about... What game was that? Boom. That's the game I'm talking about. That one's not on PC, which is good. But Lost World's also on PC. Well, actually, that's kind of weird if it's Lost World and not Colors on PC, since they're both technically Nintendo exclusive games. But again, Unleashed should really be on PC. And I know that none of, like, the DS Sonic games are on Steam, so... The only way you can ever play, like, a DS game, period, is really, emulation. Well, on PC, through emulation. Unleashed should be on PC? That is what I'm saying, bro. Like, how is it not? Like, Sega just needs to make an announcement at some point that Unleashed is on PC. Actually, I don't think Sonic 06 is on PC. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Because, like, I've never seen it, so... All the Sonic DS games should be ported to PC or Switch. I can see the Switch happening. The PC probably not, because like none of them have been ported yet. Because like Chronicles, Rush, are there any other ones that are actually worth noting? I mean, there's the 3DS ones, but those are technically like 3D, well, the 3DS versions of games that are already on like Wii U or console. The Sonic 06 demo is, you think? Yeah, like the thing is, I just don't remember. I remember that Jaden like plays it all the time, like during live streams for like memes and junk like that, but I don't know if that's actually like a PC version or not. Wait, and the games are licensed by Nintendo and to know how Nintendo is? I'm a little confused on the wording. Is that supposed to say you? I'm assuming that's supposed to say you, because that would make sense. Okay, it is you. Oh, I'm actually close to leveling up again. That's good. I would check what level I'm at, but I'm like so close anyways that I'll just show up. So, not gonna bother. I might be at like 67 at this point. It might actually be further than that. But we will find out. I'll need to do this 2 more times. Yeah, wait. It might be 3. Yeah, it might be 3 because it's 170, around 170 every time. No, I'll be able to get off of this. There we go. 66, okay. I was close. I said 67 before. I want to take a break and try to go to the command board and try to get the Pete D-Link. Issue is like it's not guaranteed on whether I can get it or not, so I don't want to try and take a break and then it all not actually be worth it. You'll be right back. You're gonna upload real quick? Alright. Speaking of which, I need to upload my what is it? My Let's Play video today. I'll probably upload it at around like 2:30 maybe. But to anyone else that's in here, how you doing? I also am only now realizing I never tweeted out the stream, and it's been like an hour later. But main thing is that this is like a morning stream, which I normally don't do in the first place. But it's fine. For all I know, I could stream later on, but I don't know. It kind of just depends on how I feel. Plus, I need to do editing for the next Live 4 episode. Let me do a quick check on that 300 sub video that I did. Because last I checked, it was at 9 views. Oh, 10. Alright. Should not have done that twice. How much money do I have? My goodness, over 100,000. That's actually dumb. Just gotta walk around a bit to get some more, like the tiniest bit of experience while that Mega Flare powers up. Okay, so on my next level up, I'm gonna see if I can get the Pete D-Link. That way I can just do that and get rid of like the trophy for that as soon as possible. And the other things for my what was it? Command collection as well. So I have to do this. 170, 340. That would be 5-1, 6-8. I'm trying to do math like really quickly. It doesn't help that I'm also like getting rid of the numbers as well, so. Yeah, I lost track, whatever. Okay, so when I feel a burp coming, but I just never showed. But when I get the Pete D-Link, I'm probably going to try and stop using Mega Flare. That way I can actually collect the items that will fall down. Issue is that's going to be so much slower. But I need to do this anyways. Also, I have no idea if I'm stake right now. I might be. Like, just a little bit. Wow, I have to do this one more time. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna try and... What? Okay, so apparently I can't do the command board from here. That's nice. Do I actually have to be at a save point? That's kind of dumb. I feel like I should be able to do it from here. Yeah, like I really just can't do it from here. I actually have to be at a save point. Oh my goodness. I have to travel all the way over here. Just do the shortest one. Now the unfortunate thing is that I have to make sure that I can land on like the 1 or 2 spaces that are actually... Well, that will actually activate them. Oh my goodness. I have to have these stupid text boxes show up as well. Well, actually, no. I'm not gonna want to use that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Of course I get a 1. Okay. To be honest, it doesn't matter if I win or lose anyway, so... I'm not even gonna really, like, try.
My turn.
And of course you get 5 immediately. That's nice.
That's the way.
Tara, you get 5 as well. You've actually got to be kidding me.
All right.
Ventus, if you could stop getting 1 for me, that would be very nice. Wait, isn't there like a Ragnarok on one of these? Yeah, it is. That's one of the commands I need. I forgot about that. Great, so that's 2 things I need to get from here. Unless she gets it first.
Nice.
Ugh. Again, it's not that it matters if I win or not.
There we go.
I'm doing this just in case. I'm tired of getting a 1 for every turn. Give me a 3 at least. Okay. Yeah. Okay, going this way I can land on that. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. If I get the glider, it's fine regardless. Yeah, I get the glider. Alright, where does it move to? How much does the Ragnarok cost to take over? 80. Well, 800. And I'll be losing 320 anyways. So I'm gonna be flat broke if I do this. But I need it. I lose 320 and I buy it. Wait, I can't buy it. So I just... Oh my goodness.
Nice.
If I am correct, if you land on it, then you loot. And she just leveled it up, so it costs more. Okay. If I'm correct, you land on it, you get an option to pay for it.
There we go.
And like the value was 800. But now it's probably more. Yeah, it's 120 now. That's so dumb.
Thank you.
Oh, so either way I go... Yeah, either way I'll land on the same exact spot. So since I'm going to get money back, give me that.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, so if I get a 5 again, then either I can land on the yellow, or I'll get kept in light, or dark.
Oh no.
And thankfully it doesn't matter which one I get. I hate that I'm actually tryharding now. Because I need to get a bunch of money in order to buy Ragnarok. Because if I can get both things in one go, then that's perfect.
Yeah.
Of course I land on that. Goes all the way to the red.
Nice.
I have the points to spare. I have to spend 160. Well, 1,680 if I land on that. But issue is, it's only if I land on that. So I need a 1 or 3. I'm gonna go with 3.
Nice.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Hey, I managed to get directly on top of it. Perfect. Can I not buy it? What? If I'm correct, you can buy them.
That's the way.
I swear, this game is cheating me. I forgot, they still have to get the red one. Of course, get a 6. My goodness. Do I actually have to get that, slot, well, not slot, space first in order to have it? That's dumb. Is that the only one that does that too?
There we go.
Because anytime I've landed on it, I've had the opportunity to take that spot. Not take a break. Help me. Yeah, it says if I land on the opponent's panel, you can pay that opponent GP. And I have the GP. So I don't know why it is that I'm not getting it. Because I have the GP for it, and I paid the toll already for landing on it. I landed on that twice. Are you kidding me? Whatever, game. Whatever. What's worse is that it's not even giving me P either. So I actually can't get either one right now.
Thank you.
Oh no.
There we go. Ta-da!
Of course I get a...
Check this out. Nice.
Oh my...
Aw.
So why am I... So it has to be a command that I can't take over.
Nice.
That's so dumb. I hate that. I actually have to land on the command first in order to actually take it. It's one of the dumbest rules I've ever heard.
Ta-da! Thank you. Ah!
Yeah, I just can't take that one. That's so dumb.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ah.
I actually have to make sure I get a 1, otherwise I can't get the Pete D-Link out of this. That's like the one thing I need from this, otherwise it's pretty much over. Of course.
Nice.
There's actually nothing I can do unless I do like a triple and I land on the other spot. That's on the other side of the map. And even then, it still has to give me the thing. Otherwise, I get absolutely nothing out of this. And I don't even have a triple to do this. Okay. Well, how many spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have to get 2 6s. Which, of course, that's not going to happen. And I can't leave early. Yay, that completely screwed me over. I couldn't get Ragnarok mainly because I just forgot that it was there, and the Pete D-Link wasn't even there either. Screw this game sometimes, man. But, yeah, that just killed my entire mood. I'm gonna stop streaming now. That killed my entire mood. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure you check out all the stuff that I'm doing right now. I did recently upload my 300 subscriber special about how I do commentaries over my Let's Plays. And I'm doing a Let's Play right now of Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, the final Sly Cooper game in the quadrilogy. I think that's how, that might not be how that's actually pronounced, but whatever. I'm playing the last Sly game out of the 4, and I'm also about to continue my playthrough of Psychonauts. So if you are a fan of Psychonauts, be hyped for that. But, oh goodness, the command board, I hate it so much, but until next video, till next live stream, till the next whatever you see of me, take care.